Hi, my name is Revere, and welcome to whatever the fuck this is. Pokémon. Love it or hate it, it is truly massive. From video games, mac and cheese, card games, side games, anime, merchandise, and just under 900 fantasy creatures. Except for a couple of few that are real in my heart. And when you have that many fantastic creatures, some of them are gonna be more memorable than others. It's inevitable. But why are the ones you think of the ones you think of? Why do you think of a Greninja over a Finneon, other than the several reasons that just popped into your head? In all seriousness, why Blaziken over Samurott? Both are awesome Pokemon, but in many respects, Samurott is more interesting than the Kiki KFC. Yet, we tend to think of the Colonel over the Samurai Otter. So I decided to try and find the through line that connects the Pokemon that pop into your head. Or the most memorable Pokemon, as any sane person would put it. The first thing I needed was a list of all the Pokemon I'd try to connect. And while there are many Pokemon lists out there, all of them very original and not basic as shit, memorability doesn't seem to be one of them. I did find the exact opposite though. I found many of the most forgettable Pokemon lists. They did tend to cap off at like 10 to 15, so that would leave me with a sample size of like 890, which is a tad bit much. However, I did remember that in 2020, Google did an internet-wide survey on the world's favorite Pokemon, and I decided that it would have to work, because there's going to be no other lists out there for memorability. But their list capped off at about 30, so I decided that's just going to have to be enough of a sample size for me. Oh, and I'm really happy it includes my favorite Pokemon of all time, so I just thought that was pretty cool. So my first thought when trying to connect these is that nostalgia had to play a factor, right? And since most modern-day Pokemon fanatics started playing from gens 1 to 4, I tallied up the amount of Pokemon introduced in those generations and got a total of 16. Just barely over half, which didn't make much sense, because, I mean, wouldn't people remember the Pokemon they grew up with a lot more? And I'm not going to consider 14 out of the 30 of these outliers. That just doesn't make sense. And then I thought, maybe inclusion in other media had something to do with it. Like the anime, a fighter in Smash Bros, a noodle shaped like them in the mac and cheese. And only half had a major role in the anime. There's only 3 out of the 10 Smash Bros fighters, and the mac and cheese probably went rancid before the 3rd generation came out. And as we've previously established, the roast-tinted glasses are more of a roast-tinted monocle. And at that point, I decided I was going to sleep on it, and maybe it would come to me in my sleep, like a fart in the wind. Fart? Fairy? Oh, who gives a shit? But like I predicted, my flatulent fairy came to me.
Oi, dickhead.
God?
No, the other omnipotent being.
Meryl Streep?
No, your friend Isaac.
Oh, when did you ascend to godhood?
Last Thursday? Now, I need to tell you that your body is running dangerously low on... What's that?
Oh, that's my prized Wario amiibo pile.
No, not that. That.
Oh, those are just some of the world's favorite Pokemon, why?
Damn, they be looking mad sexy. Anyway, I came to tell you that your body is extremely low on...
So at 3 o'clock, when I woke up, I took to Reddit, and I asked them, what is the Pokemon you find the most attractive? I got some decent answers before being called a furry about 12 times, so I decided to call this experiment inconclusive. And as I twiddled away, mumbling to myself, I decided to crack open my emergency copy of Pokemon Sun, and as I looked at my all-Pelipper team, it hit me. You see, the reason Hank Green's Wet Dream is important to me is because of how many times I've used it on a team. I've used it on my first ever playthroughs of Pokemon Sapphire, Omega Ruby, Sun, and plus a couple of replay teams. I've developed such a connection with this shitty split-eyed water bucket that even though I can agree its design is hot shit, it's still among my top 10 of all time. These 30 pocket fuckers are memorable because you have formed massive bonds with them. My first 2 hypotheses were right. At least partially. It can't be a coincidence that almost the entire top 5 are comprised of Pokemon that are easy to obtain and kick ass once you get them. And 2 had very important roles in the anime. Plus, 3 of them are the only playable Smash fighters in the top 30. And that's why there's a lot of starters out of this list. 9 out of the 30 are starter Pokemon. And we all know starter Pokemon are memorable, considering both my favorite and least favorite of all time are starters. It says a lot about how memorable they can be. Also, yes, I'm sorry to all you Feraligatr fans out there, your crocodile man sucks and you should feel bad for liking him. There is nothing you could do to sway me, fuck that reptile. And on top of the starters, you have the staples on everyone's team. You've got the Corviknights, the Lycanrocs, and can you name me a single Sinnoh team that did not have a Luxray on it? Oh wait, actually I won't, fuck you. These Pokemon are memorable because of the bonds you formed with them. So in essence, you remember these Pokemon Because they're memorable. Wait, that sounds really dumb. I'm just gonna go back to the sex appeal. Now, if you excuse me. I have some birds to love, a crocodile to hate, and a box of mac and cheese to choke down. I think it's expired.